And thanks for joining me. We are here on hallowed ground. This is Fiorano, the spiritual home of Ferrari, and this is also, we're right next to the Fiorano test track. And the reason I'm here today is to participate in the Corso Pilota Classiche program. This is a program that's available to Ferrari's customers, and it gives them the opportunity to drive in anger some of the cars from its classic collection, amongst which is this lovely Ferrari 308. So as some of you will be aware, this car was launched in 1975. It was drafted in to replace the 308 GT4, which was a four-seater, but that car was not particularly well loved. That had a four-seater format. This is a two-seater, but much the same basic ingredients. So it's a mid-engine V8, transverse mounted, 3-liter. In this car, well, in that car it's good for about 255 odd horsepower. Early cars had a fiberglass body, but later on that was replaced by steel and aluminium. So the earlier cars, actually that one is a fiberglass bodied car, which we'll have a look at in a minute. This is a later model GTBI, so this is a fuel injected car. The earlier cars had four twin barrel Weber carburetors. This has fuel injection, Bosch K-Jetronic mechanical fuel injection. The earlier fiberglass cars, the quoted weight is around 1,050 kilos. The later cars were about 1,200 kilos. So pretty quick. Not by today's standards, you wouldn't call it super fast, but I've had a good thrash on the track in both of these cars, and they are respectably quick. No power steering, but lovely balance, and it's got this gated shift, as you can see there. So it takes a little bit of practice to get up to speed with that, but a little bit of practice and you're away. No power steering, so quite a bit of elbow grease. As with most Italian cars of the era, driving position not outstanding, so it's a little bit compromised, but again, that's something you learn to live with. And all you need is a bit of time in this car. Of course, this predates the era of ABS and traction control, so everything is analog. There's no electronic doodads with this car. It's pure analog, very rewarding to drive. And there was another 308 which I drove earlier, which had a single exhaust, but the later cars had these quad exhausts which look much better. As you can see from that logo, this is an injected car, coming over here, actually this car is a steel-bodied car. This one is fiberglass. They're not that easy to tell apart. It's only when you look closely, when you look down the bodywork, you can see that the fiberglass bodied cars have just a few ripples down the side. So that is a bit of a giveaway. And looking at the engine bay here, as you can see, the V8 tucked right in the middle of the car, so the near perfect balance. I don't know exactly what the weight balance is. I'd say slightly rear biased. And then you have this little storage area here. You could stash a full set of golf clubs, and then another little compartment there. So yeah, these lovely traditional 5-spoke Ferrari wheels. And these are made by, is it Cromadora or Campagnolo? They're not actually, doesn't say, but one or the other. So this car, as you can see, this is the GTS, the Targa. That one is a fixed head coupe. And these cars are in good condition. They've been maintained well. They're not concours because these cars are meant to be driven hard, and they have been. And the real pleasure of driving cars from this era is that they demand a lot of you as a driver. Unlike today's cars, which have, you know, any number of electronics to kind of, you know, make the car faster and safer, but they do dumb down the driving experience somewhat. So, you know, pretty much anyone can jump in and drive a modern day car quickly, but this one demands a lot more of you as a driver. So this was a lovely entrance into the Ferrari Corso Pilota Classiche program. A car that I actually, once I did a few laps and dialed into it, I really quite enjoyed driving this. And also on the menu for today are a beautiful Daytona, a 365 GTB4 from 1969, also a Mondial, and a 550 Maranello. But this is my quick wrap of the 308. I think one of the timeless classics of the Ferrari annals, and I think this deserves to go down as one of the prancing horses all-time greats.